Hey y'all, it's Sebastian from That One Piece Talk. And today, I have a video that's a little different from what you typically see on our channel. With Blackbeard re-emerging as a focal point in the story, I feel today is as good a day as any to discuss the final matchups between the Straw Hat Pirates and the Blackbeard Pirates. And I'll even be naming who I believe is the 10th Titanic captain. But before I get started, if you find this video interesting, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And join me and the guys Mondays at 7 p.m. for our reactions to chapters, theory reviews, and all the latest One Piece news. You can even call in to ask us questions or give us your hottest One Piece takes. Now back to the matchups. Starting with the obvious ones. At the top, we have Luffy and Blackbeard, the ultimate showdown. Source of good, the embodiment of freedom, and the god of the sun versus the agent of strategic chaos and darkness. Everything will be at stake, and hopefully, after a showdown between Blackbeard and Shanks, it becomes even more personal for Luffy. Zoro versus Shiryu, another obvious one. Shiryu is the second strongest Blackbeard pirate as of now, and with his blade and newfound invisibility devil fruit, he's all the more powerful. A great test for Zoro on his journey to becoming the world's strongest swordsman. And a nice touch that Shiryu may have the capability to even become nothing itself. Many, including myself, thought Shiryu would be getting Jozu's diamond ability, but Zoro cutting nothing would be a great callback and upgrade of his breath of all things moment versus Mr. One in Alabasta. Next up, Sanji versus Avalo Pizarro. This one gets debated a lot, but I think Pizarro is our guy. Sanji tends to fight the third strongest, and Pizarro being a level 6 prisoner gives him a leg up on Blackbeard's original crew members, in my opinion. Couple that with the fact of him being a former North Blue King, Sanji getting an opponent with a grudge against Germa seems fitting. Another note is Avalo's moniker. He's known as the Corrupt King. It implies a level of underhandedness in his actions. Sanji opponents tend to use trickery in their fights in their attempts to defeat him. Moving along, we have Jimbe versus Vasco's shot. Similar to the Sanji matchup, the level 6 prisoner hype is kind of crazy, and I anticipate Jimbe, who himself was a level 6 prisoner, will be needed to deal with Vasco. Vasco's also a perverted douchebag, and Jimbe being the most cordial and respectable Straw Hat means he's probably fighting that guy. Next up, Frankie and Burgess. Supreme Macho Man matchup. It surprises me most people didn't have this one drawn in ink already. The Lucha Libre theme goes perfect against Frankie's manly attitude. And with Burgess eating the buff fruit, I see an amplified version of Frankie's fights where each combatant trades blows until the mechanical man comes out on top. Next battle, Nami versus Katarina Devon, the girl fight. Nami fighting the woman is typically her matchup. Many seem to think Katarina will fight Robin, but I have bigger plans for Robin in all this. More on that later. Katarina was arrested for stealing the faces of beautiful women. That's too superficial a plotline for a Robin fight, in my opinion. With her 9 tails devil fruit, she may even want to be as beautiful as Nami full time. With Zeus on her side, Nami will have to step up and take down one of the most dangerous women in history. And she'll do it too. Next we have Brook versus Lafitte. Where's the Lafitte? I don't know. The musician versus the tap dancer. The Soul King versus the fallen angel. Similar builds and weaponry. I wonder if Lafitte can match his step with Brook's beats. Following that, Chopper versus Doc Q. The doctor fight. The matchup is perfect. Doc Q's use of medicine to harm others will make it a very emotional and character ideology driven fight, especially since Doc Q now has the sick fruit. Hopefully, we can see the return of the real monster point. Next up, Usopp versus Van Augur. Another easy one, the sniper fight. Highly anticipated battle for Usopp. Honestly, this might be my favorite matchup out of all of these. With the newfound ability to warp places, Van Augur presents a perfect test for Usopp's observation hockey. The Soga King better be able to hit a moving target. Battleship versus Battleship. San Juan versus the Sunny. Admittedly, I don't have a great matchup for San Juan Wolf. He's freaking huge. But I can totally see mech enhancement that Frankie has added to the Sunny being able to combat his size and sheer width. If you guys have any great San Juan Wolf matchups, please let me know in the comments below. And finally, Robin versus Aokiji. Robin and Aokiji have been fated for a final showdown since the beginning of Robin's story. In my opinion, Aokiji is the 10th Titanic captain, and the most recent cover story suggests that he is. It and chapter 1063 show us that Blackbeard is actively looking for road poneglyphs. In my opinion, Kuzan won't truly be a Blackbeard pirate, obviously, but he will be on the crew with the goal of actively preventing Blackbeard from making contact with Robin. Robin and Kuzan's stories are meant to be interlocked, and the moment Blackbeard mentioned the former admiral on Dressrosa with that Den Mushi, I felt they would meet again with the stakes of the entire world at the focus. Kuzan cornering Robin with the world in the balance, stating that he doesn't want to kill her, but he can't allow Teach to get his hands on her. Then Robin will have the utmost faith in Luffy and crew to protect her as she reiterates that she finally found the friends Saul claimed she would. Well, that's all I got for you guys today. Drop your final matchups in the comments below, and be sure to check out the channel and join our Discord for daily One Piece conversation.